Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Tabletop Junkie Sundays chill stream. And I am your host today, Tabletop Junkie, bringing you the latest news and just latest stuff coming up. Forgive me for a minute. I am trying to figure out how to get certain things rolling here. That's definitely not the way to do it. Yeah, going through a lot of issues. I think I'm going to have to uninstall all my software and reinstall it. I think Stream Elements and OBS is not liking each other right now, so this is where we're going to. I did invite Spartacus to join us today, but he's being a booty and is not able to show up at this time. He says he's got chores to do. I don't know any 30-year-old man that has chores to do. But, I imagine he's probably calling Mrs. Tabletop and saying, Mrs. Tabletop, he's picking on me. And she is sitting there going, I'm not your boy, I'm not your guys' mother, sadly. But she might come over here and say, for Tabletop Junkie to play nice. I don't play nice with people. I'm a douche. Anyway. Well, so, it is a nice Sunday afternoon, and yes, you do play that. Yeah. Well, it's a Sunday afternoon, everybody. Let's see what we got going on. I promised in the description. I promised talks of Cyberpunk, both 2020 Red and 2077. I've promised talks about the role of fixers because I've kind of got something going on. But before we do that, let's go out and do a special things. And unfortunately, my freaking, like I said, my whole Stream Elements thing is completely off. It is not keeping an accurate count of all subscriptions. It actually literally stopped working literally 25 days ago. So I'm not too happy. I would like to personally take a minute and welcome Shadow of Hawk 55. So I don't know what the hell's going on here, why my shit's not working, but because like we will usually say, hey, welcome new subscriber, and I would replay it for him, but currently cannot do that. So with that being said, Shadow of the Hawk 55 just joined, and he's been a very active member as well into my community. So I'm going to be doing a lot more community stuff for people to be able to reach out to me and stuff on both YouTube and X. So I definitely will have that in there. Because there's, tabletop games is about community outreach, basically. It's about reaching out to players and stuff like that and saying, hey, I'm willing to run this game for you, or playing a game that you are planning on running. So, and stuff like that. So I just, that's how we do things. So right now, going over to the community board here, I've currently so one way you can do this is if you go out to, we're gonna do a screen share here in a minute. Let's see if I can blow that up for you. Let's doll that screen share down because you don't need to see all the other stuff. The biggest highlight that we've got here is the voting poll. Now, this is both on X and YouTube, so whatever one you like to, I will share the link to the one on X. I can't share the one on YouTube unless you're there. So I'm getting ready to run a special game in December. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I think it's going to be like a daily, like an all-day event. Because we're going to have things going on. There's going to be a lot more going on than just an actual play, too. I just don't know how I'm doing it yet. But I definitely want to do one. I think we're going to do one stream in December, and that's going to be it for the year. Because doing streaming around the holidays is what you would actually deem a pain in the ass. Excuse my language, but it is. I work a job. Holidays is a big thing because people, want to pay a lot of money for a lot of jobs depending on what you do. I'm not going to tell you guys what I do for a living. I will just say this. I work a job. I have to work the holidays. It blows. Holidays makes us money. I can literally tell you it's not retail though, but in other ways it's money. So it's kind of hard. Plus you got, family events to go to. I'm not sure how that's going to happen yet either. Like there's a lot of stuff still up in the air. So I'm thinking I'm going to do one major event where me and Chris and a few friends can sit down. And of course Chris is going to be with me. I actually look at Chris as more or less my second in command, next to Mrs. Tabletop, just for the simple fact of, did we watch a movie last night? I don't think so, because I don't think I watched Evil Dead 2. Sorry, I was just looking at an event that disappeared, which means I probably didn't do it or move it to tonight, but looks like
we didn't watch anything. We didn't watch anything last night, except for we were watching some actual plays, and then we watched Melee Games gifted stream, which I was on later on in that evening.
Oh yes, very good, very good. So I was actually you can't see it. I don't know if it will show it if I do a screen share, but
are you showing the chart? Because I'm kind of looking at YouTube anyway, so.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm showing the chart, but I want to give you a live feed. And you know what? It doesn't show the screen shares when I use this program. I love you, Ironcaster. You didn't miss much. We were just welcoming Shadow of Hawk 55, who is my newest subscriber. I'm at 257 subscribers. So if you guys are new and you like what you see here, please like and subscribe. That's not the only thing to celebrate today. On top of just new subscribers, I got many other subscribers, but for some reason either YouTube didn't record them or send them. But I did find out the OBS and Stream Elements is not working together right now.
OBS as a matter of Stream, yeah.
Okay. Stream Elements. I don't know which one's trying to force which, but OBS said "fuck you" and literally disabled it, and that's why I'm not getting any new latest updates.
Oh, that's
I'm supposed to be getting. Yeah. So it is literally disabling it, so because it doesn't like it. So I'm gonna probably have to do an uninstall of both programs and then do a reinstall of a clean one, do a clean reinstall of one, and probably actually clean up my OBS again. This would probably be the second time I had to do this since I've been doing streaming. So which is not bad. It's basically once a year you just gotta refresh everything because. All it means is there's something stuck somewhere and it's not reading information correctly, which happens with a lot of programs.
Okay.
Could just be something in flash memory. Once I do an uninstall, it'll take it out. Flash memory is temporary memory. So once you uninstall it and do a clean reinstall, it takes away, flash memory definitely goes away. But sometimes there's a bit of memory somewhere in the flash that just sticks. We don't know why that is. That has been like something that's plagued a lot of IT people for a while. But doing a clean reinstall usually takes that out as well. It could also be something on the hard disk of the program that's locked away in a file somewhere. So once I do an uninstall on the hard disk and reinstall a program, that it will also wipe that out there too. And it will fix everything. Unfortunately, I will lose everything I have put together, like my scenes and whatnot, but I do have all the stuff where I could piece it all.
Backed up?
Yeah, but it's not backed up. You have to have this stuff on your computer to do it. And like say if I was to move my background from the source file, it like if I move it from one file to another in the source file that I actually, like this background right here. Like say for instance, like let's get rid of the screen share. Like say this background is coming from a source file in my computer somewhere. So like say if I had it in my picture file and I moved it to like another file, this would not show up anymore. So it's actively, so all the stuff you see here is actively working with something that's on my hard disk. I just got to figure out where all the source files are and piece it all back together, which will take, probably take about a good hour or two. Nothing too major. So yeah, we were welcoming because Shadow of a Hawk 55 is actually getting into my Cyberpunk streams.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
they
yeah.
fun.
Speaking of which,
they were.
well, we're gonna go back to them. I hate to break it to people, but unfortunately, I have to look at the numbers here. I'm not a big numbers guy, and everyone here knows that. I like to do whatever I want to do for fun, and I just thought streaming, was it's just a thing. But in some cases, I feel like maybe I should start looking at the numbers, And so, do you want to try and guess? So these videos were currently viewed today. All my Cyberpunk 2020 videos, all my Traveler videos, and my New World of Darkness videos. Okay? All of them have actually been viewed today. Do you want to know how many views I got today alone? So far?
Tell me.
Okay, so last set of recorded views was 148.
Nice.
Among them. That's 148 spread among all those videos. Now, you got to think we got 6 videos for one, and then we got 1 or 2 for one, and then we got another 6 for another. So, I'm roughly getting on average per video among the ones that are currently moving up in my top 10, and according to them was the last 3 previously viewed. The last 3 sets anyway, along with the everything there. That roughly comes to almost roughly 50 views of video.
Nice.
No, that's not right. It's 12. I did 3. I don't know why I did that. So, let's see, 6, 12, and 2. That's 14. I don't know what the fuck. I think that's like almost 10. Yep, that's like 10, 11 views per video. But that's among like potentially... Now, the biggest viewed videos that are viewed is the Chapter 6 of Session 6 of Cyberpunk, the Wrap, is currently at 124 views and still climbing. Chapter 6 of the Chronicles of the 13 Nights of the Supermart Mall is at 34 views, but it's got other videos that are currently being viewed, like even the Chapter 5 got some more views. And then... Traveler, of course, is being viewed. And the main one that's being viewed on top of my actual plays, the biggest one that's showing a biggest reviewment is the Traveler review video, which is currently above 512 views.
Way to go.
Yeah. So, I think we are going to have to be showing a lot of that. When coming up with the... So, I was just explaining to the audience that in December, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I think... And you and I have got to sit down and talk, because you're actually going to play a bigger part than you actually have when helping me plan these events.
Oh, joy. Okay, cool.
Yep. Well, you've been my biggest supporter plus my biggest co-host here. No offense to Witch King, but
Hey, I'm not replacing anyone, so...
No. You can't replace anyone. I don't... when people say, oh, you can be replaced, I'm like, no, they can't, because you're going to find someone who can do the work that he can do, granted, but it won't be him. It won't be that witty personality. I heard that. Oh, God! Witch King's in the chat! Oh, shit, Cribbs, we gotta leave.
Well, this is awkward. So, Witch King, we were going to have this conversation later. You're fired.
Unfortunately, I'm not a certain someone, so we're not doing that. No, there's no such thing. Anyway, well, because the holidays are so evasive, like, busy, and I know you work a job too, where holidays play a factor. There's a lot of jobs where holidays play a major factor. You got manufacturing jobs, federal funded jobs, which is usually like,
literally
Department of Human Services and shit like that. All that plays a factor.
Literally Black Friday is all about getting corporations into the black with their accounting numbers.
Right, exactly. So we've been actually, so basically here, with that being said, I'm thinking about only doing one stream for the whole month of December. But we do it on one particular day, and we make a day of it, where we are going to you and I are going to work together on creating an event. We're going to see who we can get together for it too. Like, it's not going to just be you and me. Like, you and me, we're going to be the hosts. We're going to be the planners. Because I'm thinking whatever game wins this vote, which I have 2 polls. One is on X, which I'm going to share the link here in a minute, in the chat. Whoops. And then one is, that was the X one. And then one is here on YouTube, which you guys can just go to my channel and see that. So we got 9 votes here. We have a total of 19 votes between which game we're going to run in December, where we're going to run a special. And it's tossed up between Cyberpunk 2020, Traveler, Vampire Requiem, and Mech 10 Zeta. Now, before we go on to anything else, I will actually share the results of the votes that are currently so far. Yep. I gotta get it all together here. Can I not mention how annoying that is?
And I still will do it.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. It's like freaking annoying. Okay, so I'm going to actually just do a screenshot picture of this and then just share it, because this is the newest poll. I just calculated this just before the stream. Let me see here, image. And, this is crazy, and I'm trying to see if I can get the numbers higher, because I want to see if anybody would seriously watch these. And then we got this special going on here. So I'm trying to come up with something halfway decent. And see, this is what I'm talking about. How the fuck? See, even that quit working. Why is that not working?
Because technology sucks.
Yeah, I think OBS is truly failing.
Maybe
Okay. No, I just did a clean shift. So that's what I got to do. I got to do a clean install. Once I do the clean install, I think everything will start working again. So this is a poll that I pieced together using PowerPoint. What's up?
I said I was just going to say is maybe J.R. Tolkien right, and maybe we shouldn't trust technology and go back to traditional ways of doing things.
Yeah, if we would do that, our whole society would still fall apart. Hell, if technology fails, our society would fall apart. Because, I can't tell you how much reliant we are relying on that. And a lot of people say, oh, we're not relying on that as much as you think. I'm like, bullshit. If a store, there used to be a time you used to have a cash register that used to run on batteries. We don't have that. Everything is fancily plugged in and uploaded to a server. So, no.
Yeah, try taking a cell phone.
But we're not here for this.
Try taking a cell phone away from a 5-year-old. See what happens.
Oh my god, I've seen some shit. We're not going to talk about that. All right, so for the votes for December of the game, and so this is what we got so far. This is between 2 polls added together. So we've got Mech 10 Zeta in the lead at 7 votes. Cyberpunk 2020 and Traveler 2nd Edition is in 2nd place with 5 votes each and tied. And Vampire the Requiem is coming in dead last. So with only 3 votes. So this is where we're at so far. However, I'd like to say between 2 polls, it at least got 3 votes. So it's not like nobody wanted them. Somebody wants them, just not as much as Mech 10 Zeta. And it looks like, even though Mech 10 Zeta only made the poll, mind you, I pieced together the poll of my games that are currently being viewed recently, and Mech 10 Zeta kinda is being viewed. My actual plays and my review video for some of the books I did for Mech 10 Zeta is being somewhat reviewed, but not as much as the other 3. But yet it's the one winning.
Hey, everyone loves mecha.
Oh yeah.
Now, given your Mech 10 stuff, it hasn't been explored enough as much as the others have.
No, that too, and yet it is still in the lead.
Everyone just loves giant robots.
Yeah. I who doesn't like giant robots? Like, fucking seriously, man.
Heathens and ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, maybe. Well, a couple games that are going to be definitely talked about moving forward is we are going to eventually work into Cyberpunk Red. That is going to be a thing. where we are going to try out that game. I've already ran it a few times. I don't like robots. Well, Mr. Tabletop, we weren't talking about.
Well, I mean,
okay.
these aren't robots. They're giant robotic suits.
Yeah, she's right. We still said giant robots.
Yeah, but they're more than just
She doesn't
giant.
like giant.
More...
She doesn't like giant robots.
Oh, potato.
Yeah.
Then unfortunately, she is a ne'er-do-well or a heathen. I'm sorry, so sorry for
I
you.
I go with heathen. I don't care. I don't. I really don't care. All right. So if you guys want to vote, you guys can go right to my account page on my YouTube. Go right to my channel, or you can go to my X account, which is actually shared here in the links. And please cast your votes now while we're here. And if you don't want to do it while we're here, that is fine. We can do it at a. You can do it anytime, but yeah, go in there. I voted already. IRC.
Voted.
Yeah, what's the double IRC? I can't remember. If I recall correctly. Okay, yeah. And of course, I'm currently being actively talked with. Fixers are. Let's see. Understood. Okay. Yep. I don't know. I like the Shadowhawk guy. I think he's pretty cool. He's been actually active. He just signed up last night. He just subscribed to me last night. And he's only been on my page for 24 hours, and I've had more interactions out of him than, well, I've already had a lot of interactions. Let's go with that. I don't know if he's beaten anybody yet, but he's hot on their ass. If it was raised with how many people I have interactions with daily, he's coming in close now. Which is kind of sad, but yeah, he got with me today and said, "Hey, Tabletop, is Fixers the guys that make contracts in Cyberpunk?" I said yes. He's like, yes, I like Cyberpunk, but I don't know a lot about it or something like that. And then he said, here's a fixer for you, and he filled out the survey that I actually posted out there about fixers, because my whole point of doing that was to get a couple fixers lined up that you guys would like to see in my games, so that way you guys can do that. Because I'm currently working on 3 or 4 different adventures. A couple of them I'm working on simultaneously. Like, I work on one, then I shut it down for a day, work on another, shut that down for this, and the same day pull up another one. Because I'm getting ready to, because my son has been asking about Cyberpunk, and he's been wondering what it is.
Nice.
So, and he's about 15, 16 years old.
Spreading the fandom.
Yes. Well, he's not gonna watch 2077 anytime soon, but
You mean play?
No, 20. Oh, yeah. No, I meant Edge Runners. I meant Netflix and Edge Runners, and that too. If he actually hasn't already, if you look up Cyberpunk on freaking YouTube, a lot of shit comes up.
Yes, it does.
So I think he's already seen that, because he looks up stuff on games and stuff, and he has his own channel too, because he's of age.
And there are, I mean, heck, there are alternatives to just Cyberpunk. I mean, you do have Blade Runner, and what else is there? God, my mind just went blank all of a sudden. Would you call Fifth Element kind of cyberpunkish a little bit, besides these actual elements?
Well, between the science fiction part, it does have a little bit of cyberpunk in it. And Tails is here. Look at that.
Hey, Tails.
We got a fucking group going.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I think now he's staying quiet. Either he's staying quiet, he's like, oh shit, they're on the stream. I totally busted on this.
Ooh, I'm about to behave myself.
What the heck?
I think he did that on purpose. But yeah, anyway. Oh shit. So yeah, Cyberpunk Red. Whew, that one, when I remember in 2021 when Cyberpunk Red first came out, I found it at a local gaming store in the area that I lived in, and it was in the same city I lived in too. And I was like, oh my god! And then you know what's funny? I saw the reprint of Cyberpunk 2020, but I never got it. I'm like, oh well, this is out of print. And that was before I realized that Art Talsorian Games is all doing reprints of everything, and they're actually getting those versions. And I'm like, oh god, I should have bought both books, but I ended up only buying Cyberpunk Red. So
here is, I'm going to send this to you on Discord, but here is a list of Cyberpunk, what IMDb is saying are Cyberpunk movies. Cyberpunk-ish, I guess it would be the better terminology.
Yep. Well,
I'm in a loud environment working, but my experience was when I first saw Cyberpunk, I was still outside of the TTRPG realm, and I looked at it, I just laughed at like, oh yeah, cool, a nerdy book about online hacking games. Ooh. And then like 3 years later, I played my first TTRPG, and then I was like, this is awesome. But still, like, didn't make the connection until years later.
All right, how many things? How big is this list? Let's see. I want to see how big this list is. Is it like 100 movies of Cyberpunk, or is it like all of them? Oh wait, no. Hang on, I'm still going. It's 100 something. All right, let's see. Let's start from the top and go.
146.
All right, we're gonna go through all these movies and figure it out. All right. Just
do we want to start from the bottom, or do we want to work from the top?
Oh no. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you if these are part of Cyberpunk, or if I feel that they're part of something else and they just get listed because they're science fiction. Because Cyberpunk is very, very like science fiction-y. We are gonna go through this, my friends, and this is gonna be a great adventure because we're talking about Cyberpunk, so we might as well. Mike Pondsmith had a lot of inspiration, which I will not tell you what that inspiration is. I actually know what inspiration he had because he does talk about it in interviews and stuff. So we are going to go through them together. So starting with the first one, Metropolis. Okay, so I've never seen that one. That is from 1927. The cyberpunk genre actually was not, I don't think, established fully as a genre until actually after 1970s. There was actually a set of books. There was an actual set of books that actually inspired it, but I think it was like 1975 to 1985 that they came out. Everyone says that Neuromancer is possibly help Pondsmith inspired, but Pondsmith has actually, I think I've read somewhere on the internet, but take it like a grain of salt because the internet, I haven't heard it from an actual interview, that he's never actually read Neuromancer by William Gibson. Neuromancer by William Gibson was actually first published in 1984. Mind you, Cyberpunk 2013, which is the real first edition, but you can't get information on it because all he really did was add to the lore of Cyberpunk, and then he made 2020, which was actually the most popular one, and that came out in 1990.
So, according to the Cyberpunk Wikipedia, so take that with a grain of salt, Cyberpunk has its roots in the 1960s, 1970s in a magazine called New Worlds, which was basically taking bits and pieces of writing from other authors who would send it into them, and they would publish it for them and in their magazine and everything. And that's basically where the early archetypes begin. It does then mention the first novel that they mention is Nova in 1968.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would fall under that listing originally, because the science fiction the whole science fiction genre didn't start getting heavily established until after 1968. And then it was actually on a. I think you and I have actually had this discussion before. It even spiraled downward a little bit, where it wasn't even more until after the 1980s. Cyberpunk is more or less. I wouldn't say it would be its own genre, but it is more or less a subgenre of science fiction because everything inside of it is essentially science fiction. Give me 1 second. There is something I am going to look up here real quick. So a lot of inspiration that went into Cyberpunk 2013 and 2020 was Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. I believe there were some books that
Yeah,
inspired it, but I don't know which ones those ones
it
were.
was Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. That's what inspired Blade
Yes.
Runner.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
But as I was
And I will
saying,
say,
is that the novel Nova, it says here that it was a forerunner to what would become cyberpunk, and then you would have do dreaming sheep do androids dream of electric sheep. They also mention Robot by Isaac Asimov. Then you have in 1972 the Dr. Adar, but the first term cyberpunk would be used in a short story from 1983 called Cyberpunk. That's when the term first. That's when the first.
I can get behind that. I could definitely get behind that. Like, yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, so this actually eventually probably came in a little bit afterwards. I've not seen Metropolis or this movie.
I've
Of course,
seen like the early half of it. It's interesting. It is a silent film, so
well, yeah,
it
it's
is
1927, and there's a fucking date.
Yeah, so it is a silent film. It is also in kind of like this, not really black and white, but it's kind of like a black and off-white color, and kind of a golden color, kind of an off-white golden color. Like I don't know what it's called, what the terminology is called, but it is interesting. It just amazing what they were able to do back then, and it's definitely that German impressionism with the mixed in with the futuristic look to the city.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. The next one down is THX 1138. I can't really
George
talk
Lucas
about that.
is.
I can't really talk about that because I have not seen that, and that was directed by George Lucas. Okay,
This is actually a remake.
I could definitely agree. I could definitely agree with that.
This is actually a remake.
Oh, nice.
Because his original one, he was, I think, like half-hour long, and that was for a school project, and then he redid it as a full-length movie.
And Stream Elements is blocking tips. Oh, that's awesome. Wonder why. Let me check something real quick. All right, Chris. What the fuck's going on here? As to why is that? I'm not reading anything on my end as there's an issue.
If you're going to ask me to try and send you a donation, I cannot because we've already established that for some strange reason it won't let me.
It doesn't seem to like anybody. I don't know why. Alright. And it's not showing anything wrong on my website either. On the website itself, it says.
Did you mention William Ford Gibson?
Wait, say that again?
Did you remember to mention William Ford Gibson, the father of the cyberpunk genre? Maybe that's what YouTube's doing. Censoring.
I have not. Hold up a second. Why don't you guys continue to talk real quick? I will be right back.
Well,
for me, I always think it's funny looking back at like the cyberpunk genre and how I didn't think I was into it, but yet, like if we had a choice between like fantasy movies, I would, if it wasn't Tim Burton, I would lean towards like RoboCop or like Total Recall, Blade Runner and stuff. And now I'm like, it's funny. I loved it my whole life.
I mean, yeah, it definitely is a subgenre that you don't know that you're into it until you like really explore the products that have their roots in cyberpunk.
And then everybody got into it when they discovered the Matrix, the man-machine interface. Half of them don't even realize they're into it.
Yeah, though there is an interesting alternative to the Matrix, which was an interesting an interesting movie, and I would recommend it. It's kind of a little on the dry side, but it is very interesting. It's called Dark City.
Yes, with the aliens that abduct the people that implant themselves into their brains, and it has what's his face? He's in A Knight's Tale.
Rufus Sewell.
Yes, and I despised him because of his role in A Knight's Tale, which now I'm like, that's a great acting. If like you can make a kid hate you as an actor.
Now it's not.
Yeah,
now, I will admit it is not cyberpunk, but it is definitely an interesting alternative to the Matrix. It basically these are
dystopian noir.
These are two movies that developed alongside each other. You have the Matrix that developed in the United States, and then you have Dark City, which developed in Australia.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
I love Kiefer Sutherland as the sketchy doctor. Even I don't know where we're from. We come from a planet. I've implanted their memories and their abilities within you. Good luck.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, not sure if that really fixed it. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong on any end. I may just have to, it just may be my program filter that I have might just not be, so I may have to just do a complete log out and re-log in and all that other shit, but I ain't got time for that right now. Curse you, people! People want to tip me and make my channel grow, and you're not. Curse you, technology.
Oh, and also with Metropolis, like I mentioned, with Metropolis, there is an anime of Metropolis.
I am gonna have to look
actually tabletop. Can I have that? Our next Cyberpunk playthrough. Can I have a chubby ginger lady helmet?
Really? I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. All right. So then we got 1973, which has 2 episodes. It looks like it was like a 2-parter. World on a Wire. In the future of the Simulacron, a computer project 404. That means it cannot be found. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a simulacrum.
No, the error code meeting. A requested page cannot be found on a server. Page was deleted. The page was moved without redirecting. What the hell? The URL was mistyped. The link, the page is broken. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, I'll have to fix that. That's probably why. That was my YouTube. Anyway.
A former mutual friend of ours, he had issues like that now and then.
Yep. So I'll have to just log out and relog in and shit. So that's fine. I'll do that in a few. All right, the Simulacrum. Where the fuck am I? Okay. A computer project simulating reality encounters strange occurrences after its leader's death. Dr. Stiller questions the sudden disappearances of a friend and wonders if this simulacrum holds the answers. Oh God, Master Computer, do you hold the answers? Yes. Kill yourself. There you go.
I wonder.
That's like an early version of the Matrix right there, where it's like it can't come up with a variable, and it's like, and instead you have the one. He must live, but everyone else must die.
I just remember there is like this one movie that came out. Okay, there it is. It's called In Time. Basically, it's a futuristic movie where time is used as currency. I wonder if that's in this list.
Oh my god, I've been trying to see that. You know what? I heard that got taken out. I think. I'm not sure. I heard somewhere because I was actually trying to find that. Because that actually looked like that was actually pretty good.
No, In Time is not on this list.
Man. But that's exactly what... Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it stars, God, there it is. Justin Timberlake.
Man. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I figured out what it was. All right. Justin, if you want to give that one more try, much appreciated, sir. Yeah, I think I fixed it. You can try it out for me if you want. If not, it's cool. You don't have to. Don't feel obligated. God, I feel like a dick now. All right. Anyway, and that's not on this list. A list of 146 movies, and that didn't make it.
Nope.
That was totally cyberpunkish too. That was total
Well,
cyberpunkish.
I mean, I've seen some elements of the movie, and besides the clock that's embedded in your arm, it is kind of normal movie.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, oh,
I-
like it's just a regular movie.
In a somewhat, yeah, it is a futuristic, and in some ways, but it didn't look like super technologically advanced. It's just everyone has a clock embedded in their bodies, and you basically, however much time you get paid in time instead of
I have seen this movie.
currency. Instead of time is a currency, and you get paid with time instead of physical money. And when your clock runs out, you die. You just drop dead.
Correct.
And our main
And there's
character,
a division between the rich and the poor. It's a statement to capitalism.
yeah, and the main character is just out of the blue given thousands and thousands and thousands of hours worth of time.
Chris, it's not out of the blue. It was a rich man who gave up on living forever.
Yeah, and it kind of started a whole thing.
Damn. Okay. All right. So we got to get through these. Logan's Run. Anyone's ever seen Logan's Run?
Yep,
I want to.
Okay.
it's not too bad. It basically
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely, it's a dystopian future, and if I'm not mistaken,
there's a ripoff.
yeah,
The island.
yeah. Oh God, yes, it was. But it's basically a dystopian future. The island, the island wasn't exactly 100% like that either. But it was still the same thing. We were making clones, and then we were harvesting them for their organs, which we're monsters for that. And the sad thing is, I like the main actor in it, who was Ewan McGregor, who was both the good guy and the bad guy. And I'm like, no, Ewan, you can't go down like this. You're Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He had to join the dark side sometime.
I know, right?
I mean, have you not seen his latest projects?
The one where he's playing Black Mask from Birds of Prey. Yes.
Well, there's also that, and also Kenobi.
Oh, never mind. We're not going to talk about that. All right, Blade Runner from 1982. Hell yeah, that's exactly cyberpunkish. We're not going to talk more about it because everyone's seen Blade Runner, and if you have not,
What is wrong with you?
Oh God, yeah, Kamikaze 89.
Wait, you missed. You jumped over one.
Did I? Oh, Burst City. Punk rock gangs and music groups clash. Okay, so Burst City is the exact role of a rocker boy in the future. That is totally cyberpunk. It's basically rocker boys are literally like clashing with one another, except it's worse than that. It's like literally they're gangs. So really good, and it's in a futuristic Tokyo setting, so you know it's good because Japanese make good stuff. And of course, Kamikaze 89, which we won't spend much time on that. Liquid Sky, which looks to be an anime, 1982. I have not seen that. A small heroine seeking UFO lands
on Manhattan roof.
Right, but heroine. Like, is it
female
heroine,
hero,
or is it like a heroine, like a female, or is it like, are we talking like drug?
Heroine is a female hero.
Okay. UFO that lands on Manhattan roof observes a bizarre drug-addicted fashion model. Okay. See, there's the drugs. I'm still waiting for that one. I heard of Blade Runner. Yeah. Yeah. Blade Runner, we will get there, honey. We will get there. I will show you Blade Runner.
Okay, so it's both. She is both addicted to heroin, and she is the heroine.
Okay. Wow. That was a turn of phrase. I gotta find that movie.
Wait. This begs more questions. Does she create the heroin that she's addicted to? Is she addicted to herself? Does she do the substance? Do they take the substance from her? I have so many questions now.
She's addicted to cocaine.
And here's the thing: she comes to Earth to seeking out cocaine. So that means there's one thing for sure: on many different planets, regardless wherever you're at.
No. She is human. It's the UFO lands on her penthouse apartment.
Oh, okay.
That she shares with her girlfriend.
Ah. Oh, wait. I guess if we would read this. And observes a bizarre drug-addicted fashion model and sucks endorphins from her sexual encounters' brains. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. We got to watch that, boys. Oh, God. Tron.
Look at it.
Yes. Science fiction. I tweeted you a screenshot, so I'm okay. Oh no, you're all good. It probably isn't gonna work tonight. Like Chris says, it's there was something that I guess I needed to check, and then it started working again. So I don't know. You're all good, man. Shit happens. Programs fail. It's called technology, man. Hey, I want to definitely follow back. There we go. Especially when that person looks like someone from like Jonathan Joestar.
So John Ashton has unfortunately passed away.
Wait, what?
John Ashton, yes, has passed away.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cops, Some Kind of Wonderful, and Midnight Run is his most notable roles.
He was the big cop. He was the one that was like kind of heavy set, but not heavy set.
He was also in An Eye for an Eye, Breakaway, Borderline, Honky Tonk Freeway, Last Resort, King Kong Lives.
It looks like he was fighting. It looks like he was possibly fighting cancer.
Possibly. He was also in 5 episodes of Police Squad.
Oh, yep. It says Ashton died of cancer at 76. So yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Very. Yeah, he in the Beverly Hills movies. He was he was a big guy, and then looking at him now, he's never heard or seen those. Okay, Mrs. Tabletop, we get it. You don't watch a lot of TV. Lord, I live with that woman. All right, Tron. Yep, they did a reboot. Oh, nice. All right, so we got Tron, totally, the Terminator. Okay. I would claim this. I wouldn't call it cyberpunk, but it definitely is time travel science fiction. I wouldn't call it cyberpunk because really
it kind of seems to me like Terminator would be in the direction of machines got out of control. It would have done.
That's more like science fiction apocalyptic type, not cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is where you would enhance the human beings to help fight against the machines, and then we would be fighting. We would be fighting against a government-controlled system, not a supreme overlord of on the brink of extinction.
Though I mean, in a sense, what is the resistance against the machine, but the resistance to a supreme authority?
Yeah. No, that was mostly apocalyptic because they didn't really need us. They only did in certain things. Yeah, I have to give this one a hard. This doesn't belong here.
I can see it in some light.
Didn't James get sued for Terminator? Not to my knowledge.
No, I don't think. Oh no, he did. He did.
Oh really? Shit.
He had to. I think they had to give the guy some credit somewhere.
Yeah, probably because they tried taking his name off of it.
Like they were at first ignoring the guy, but then they kind of crumbled and says, "Okay, we'll give you some writing credits."
Fair enough. Megazone 23. 1985. In 1980's Tokyo, a motorcycle enthusiast discovers a transforming bike slash mecha entrusted to him by his murdered friend holds the key to the true nature of his world. I gotta blow this up because I want to see. Oh, I wouldn't call that cyberpunk. I'd call that really kick-ass anime. I wouldn't even classify that in the same realm. That's like science fiction anime, like really like adventure. Hands of Steel. I've never seen that one. Any of you guys?
A cyborg is programmed to kill scientists who hold a fate of mankind in their hands. He fails and hides in a diner in a desert run by a woman who likes him. The people who sent him... I think I've seen maybe reviews on this movie, but I don't entirely know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go back. So, Cherry 2000. In 2017, a successful business man travels to the ends of the earth to find the perfect woman is always under his nose. He hires a sexy renegade tracker to find an exact duplicate of his android wife. Okay, that's just creepy.
I have seen reviews on this movie.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah, no. All right. Neo Tokyo. Again, anime. I wouldn't really classify all anime that carries like in the future because let's face it, Tokyo had giant robots before the 1980s even happened.
Yeah, but
Tokyo had a lot of things.
You gotta also remember is that any time that they have like futuristic Tokyo, like Neo Tokyo or Cyber Tokyo or whatever, it always looks cyberpunkish.
Yeah, I'll give it that. But you know what actually looks
cyberpunkish?
Cyberpunk
literally.
20.
Go okay.
Yeah. We're just gonna move on because it also didn't. Doesn't look like it also got any good ratings, and it's only 50 minutes long. So, yeah.
I was just gonna say is that anytime you see a picture of modern day Tokyo, that always is a depiction of a cyberpunk world.
Oh, so Justin said, remember in Superman 3 when a supercomputer turns a woman into a robot, giving nightmares to children everywhere? Yeah, I was one of those kids.
That was a lame movie, but
yeah.
Originally, I think
Richard Pryor was a highlight of that movie. Sadly,
yes. But I believe originally the original idea for that movie was it was going to be Brainiac, but they changed it in like the last few minutes.
It should have been fucking Brainiac. All right, so RoboCop in a dystopic and crime-ridden Detroit. That is cyberpunk right there, guys. That right there. Although it didn't come out until like 87, and I believe 2013 was either 86 or 88, but right there. A terminally wounded cop returns to the force as a powerful cyborg. Yes. I love RoboCop. I love the original RoboCop. I've seen this. Definitely my biggest movie right here is this one. And it does inspire a lot of cyberpunk stories. On top of Judge Dredd.
Which Judge Dredd do you like more? The one with starring Sylvester Stallone or the one that came out in the 2000s or 2010s?
Oh, you know what? I liked them both. Sylvester Stallone, I think, was a little bit better other than he had his nice accent going, I am the law.
I am the law!
Yeah.
I don't know. I
think Carl Urban did it better.
I think the Carl Urban one did it better. Plus, also, it was a more self-contained story, whereas the Sylvester Stallone one was, like, world-ending.
Yep. And there was a dark judge involved.
Yeah. I know it looked better. Plus, also the one thing that I have issues with a lot of superhero movies today is that the hero is always removing their mask. But the Carl Irving one, he fought to keep the mask on because he knew that he was emulating a character. He wasn't there to show himself. He was there to emulate a character.
Yeah, that is true.
Moving on.
And I didn't like,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't like in the end, like they prosecuted Judge Dredd and the Sylvester Stallone, and he's like, I didn't break the law. I can't break the law. I am the law. And it was like, oh boy, that line kind of like him saying I am the law was used a lot in that movie.
Yes.
And it wasn't used in a dark dystopian way like you get from the comic books, but Carl Urban did do that.
And that, like I said, the Carl Urban one was just a freaking drug. It was just like an everyday kind of thing that kind of spun out into something crazy, but it was just a drug run.
Oh yeah.
We're at number 16.
Oh, I know. I was just seeing what else we have going forward. All right, so number 16, which happens to be Running Man. You know what's funny? We're sitting here bitching about freaking Sylvester Stallone, but yet here we have Arnold Schwarzenegger and a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean,
he was in Total Recall. He was in Running Man. He was in Terminator.
The 80s was a competition between Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I wish the Halo TV series would fight to keep his helmet on. Yeah. No, but here's the problem. The Halo TV series, the people writing that series didn't fight to keep the helmet on. They actually wanted his helmet off because they wanted to give Master Chief a more humanoid look, because in the games he's kind of not easy to relate to because he seems so inhuman and so mechanical. Guess what? That was the savior of our galaxy and our space. So yeah, that's why.
That's the whole idea.
Which, I'm sorry, if I had to pick between the Master Chief in the games and the Master Chief in the TV series, I choose Master Chief in the games. I think we're going to cut this short here because we ain't got time to go through all of these. It looks like some of these it looks like a lot of these we can actually have nice conversations about because, let me pick one here, because Class of 1999.
I was going to say, let's at least go down to number 20 before we cut it off, but okay.
Cyborg, yeah, there we go. Oh,
so go back.
Here, I'm gonna jump it. Well, okay. So we got Akira, which, all right,
that is very much cyberpunkish.
Yeah. I would say that's more like like cyberpunk in the form of like Shadowrun type. So yeah, definitely. Class of 1999. I did see this. This was crazy. Not a very good movie, but the writing was pretty good. I mean, it could have been better.
Never saw it.
Crime Zone. Never saw that one.
Neither have I.
I haven't seen Cyborg, but I kind of like the idea of a martial artist who hunts down a killer in a plague-infested urban dump of the future.
Helen and Bone live in I'm kind of reading the number 19. Representative futuristic utopian society they badly want to escape from. Mysterious Jason hires them to steal a disc for him. It's practically a suicide mission, but he claims he can smuggle them out in return. Well, that doesn't sound like it could possibly go wrong.
No, everything about that could go wrong. But everything in Cyberpunk can go wrong, too. I mean,
yes.
We've played Cyberpunk.
Yes, we have.
And I'm playing the video game, too, right now, so that's cool. I mean, not currently right this minute, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to... All right, let's go from right there. All right. So, clearly there's a lot of media that you can get ideas from, for that. So you guys can just look that up. But I prefer the stuff from the games because Mike Pondsmith is so awesome. But that's all I have to say.
And he also made Mechaton Zeta, so...
Joe, yeah. Even better. He made Mechaton Zeta. And I have a lot of his works, and that's not the only thing he did. I even have his book where he did Teenagers from Outer Space, which that's just freaking wicked as hell, too, so...
Yeah, you were also going to think about doing that one, too, sometime in the future as well.
Oh, yeah, at some point. right now for 2025, we already have the Wheel of
Fortune.
No,
Knit events
So it's the
for.
Wheel of Names, which I will share this. This is going to be something that we're going to be doing in December. We're going to be so in December we're going to be hosting an event, and then when we're kind of taking a break, we're going to come in and talk about some stuff. While we're taking a quick break, like say someone's going to go get something, and like we're going to say, hey, while we're waiting for everyone to get back, why don't we take a spin? And I got this idea from a friend of mine, who is awesome, by the way. I won't share their names. Melee Games. Anyway, we're I'm not gonna sell my friends out and say, hey, I'm taking their idea, Melee Games, because James and Kay are really awesome. Oh shit, I just said their names. Never mind. Melee Games. Anyway,
Melee
the Wheel
games.
of Irrelevance. What are we talking about Melee Games for? Oh, they're awesome. Yes. Kay and James are awesome. I've got to get them back on the show. I've got to get them in an event with me. So we have exactly 12 games. One of these pictures is not a game, and it's called Tabletop Frenzy. And it's going to we're going to spin for games that we're going to play in 2025, and we're going to spin them on certain times of the months. So we've got a nice full list here. I've got all these things here. Look at that, Chris. Your favorite game, a couple of your favorite games are on there. You got Star Wars D6, yay, and we even have a game that we're doing. Okay, so you guys are probably looking at one particular game. What's up?
One you're making.
Not really making it, just putting it all together, which I'm still putting it all together, which is the Wizarding World, which for you Harry Potter fans, you might like that. And yes, my logo's in the middle, so deal with it. I originally wanted a dice, but every time I got a picture of a dice, and even after editing it, it always came out blurry. So this is the only thing that actually worked well. The only thing. So yeah, this is gonna help us decide which months we're gonna do. Now, what happens if we get Tabletop Frenzy? At one point, Tabletop and I were working on a team. Yeah. I think I lost that by accident. I think it was accidentally deleted somewhere. I don't know, actually. I gotta see if I can scour my files for that, too. Because that was going to be kind of cool. Anyway, so the only one that's not a game is Tabletop Frenzy. What that is that means we are going to play 4 different games in 1 month in 2025. And it'll be all linked together, and I will have I will have stories written for all of the, adventures written for all of these. For a few of them, I already got a few of them. Like, for instance, Wizarding World, I already have an idea what I'm doing for them. We are going to, if we select All Flesh Must Be Eaten, we're going to continue Season 2 of The Age of the Dead. Mekton Zeta, I already have adventures for that. Traveler, I already have adventures for that. If we select World of Darkness, we'll be playing Vampire the Requiem. What else? Castles and Crusades, we will be continuing our game of Chronicles of Paramore. So that just leaves Call of Cthulhu, Mutants and Mastermind. Did I already mention I do got one for Traveler as well? So that just leaves Call of Cthulhu, Mutants and Mastermind, and Star Trek to come up with adventures for. But depending on where they fall in that, we will find out. So it'll be kind of nice to see how that gets put together, and you guys will we'll be able to probably talk about each one. But meanwhile, the biggest thing that I kind of do want to come up with is what kind of freaking game are we going to play while we're doing all this? Well, we don't know yet. But the toss-up is between Cyberpunk 2020, Mekton Zeta, Traveler, and Vampire the Requiem. Oh, and we did get a new vote in while we were actually on stream, so I will have to add that up later before the end of the stream and see where we are at. So we got one new vote on YouTube, and I'm not sure if we have any on X yet. So we're looking pretty good. Chris, do you have any hopes or dreams about what you hope we play? I mean, did you want to share your thoughts on these 4 games? Anything at all? Vampire the Requiem you've never played, But you have played
No.
Cyberpunk 2020 Traveler Second Edition Mechton Zeta with me.
Yes. I'm excited.
Oh, you're excited. Okay. Any
I
other thoughts?
I mean, what else can I say? I'm excited. There's a lot of I am big on fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. So this all kind of does a nice job of playing with all and also horror. So this all kind of plays a little bit of little into every bit of that. So
So it looks like whoever voted, I did figure out which one it was, and it looks like they voted for Traveler Second Edition. So now the tie has been broken officially. It is so far in the votes in the lead is Mechton Zeta with 7 votes. Traveler is now second place with 6 votes. Cyberpunk 2020 is third place with 5 votes, and we got Vampire the Requiem and Dead Last with 3 votes.
nice.
Yep. This is why I'm taking a. We have like 5 days and some. It was me. LOL. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, sir.
Nice.
So I would like to point out that we are still going to be hosting this for another 5 days. So, yay.
Exciting. So exciting.
It is. It is very exciting because we don't know which one it's going to be. But I have adventures made for all of them. We're going to switch right over to Foundry real quick. Oh, shit. Foundry's not even up yet. Whoops. Oh, we see this. We are in the void, everybody.
Nicely done. Nicely.
A black hole was suddenly... There we go. Oh, shit. I got to put in my password. All right. So anyway, we're back to this.
We are back to the cityscape.
Oh, yeah. I love the cityscape, don't you?
Yeah. So I'm looking more at the Cyberpunk stuff. So Cyberpunk, the appearance of Cyberpunk was not just influenced by the neon lights of Tokyo, but also by the Kowloon walled city in China, in Hong Kong.
Nice. Nice. So this is Earbug. This is actually this person was created, and the person who thought of her, who is also a female. Earbug is a female, and the person who thought of her was Tails Knight. So congratulations. He is going to have his, like, there's still things I have to generate that will be useful. That will help for me to flesh her out. But it looks like she is low of the low type of, like, low level fixer. All of this has been randomly generated. So, but she does gamble a lot, so we're not sure what she does. But she does carry a smart version of the Colt model AMT 2000. So basically what it is there was a Colt model AMT 2000 that was actually rigged to be a smart version. So it plugs into a smart plug on her, and it is coded to her DNA only. So if it doesn't sense her DNA, it cannot be used at all. Without it, it is like the gun's personal safety. She does carry a regular Militech Ronin light assault rifle, so she is kick freaking ass. So far, her cyberware is 2 cyber optic eyes. No options other than they are cyber eyes. She has a standard cyber arm, neuroware processor, interface plugs, and smart gun link. The interface plugs allows her to actually interface with other things and be part of the net. She could actually have a cyber deck, but we're not sure if she's going to be that far into it. I'm not sure what else her backstory is going to be yet. We're still working that out because I still have to work out her, if she's going to have any gear. Tails did mention when he helped generate her, he did mention that he wanted her to either have regular clothing with very little to no no protection, or she is carrying some form of military protection. So, I think that would be something that I still have to look at for her. But yet, this is Earbug for you. There is another one that Witch King has made that I have not created yet, so I'm going to start creating. The only thing I did not understand is how old is this fixer? Like, Did Tails ever update that? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh Lord, where did I put it? Tabletop Talk, I think it was. Let's see here. Nope, Tails has not updated that, so we'll have to come up with an age for her. And then we got another one brought on to yours truly that I will probably have. I'm not sure where the adventures are going to take place and what they're going to do, but we have Alicia Zaragoza, who was was born a male, and then made into a female. Congratulations. So I'm going to create that. So we are going to have some really kick-ass fixtures here for everybody. A lot of characters, and of course they're going to go under player characters because they're going to play. They are going to be without a fact heavy on the character, like very heavy. Very heavy in gameplay a little bit. So I may not play them other than use them as NPCs, but they will be definitely there. Did you make my character? I have not. I will be doing that a little bit tonight. So, and then we have to promote Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk did send me one as well. Let me pull his up, but I won't share his because it's still on my YouTube community chat, so you guys can go see who he nominated as a potential fixer. Who I will be using. So, because I will be using all these ideas. So we have. So it's going to be a male. He's gonna have a tan. He didn't give me much, but his name is going to be Victor, or AKA Soldier Boy. Born to the Russian immigrant family, Victor was part of which war that was the most recent for the campaign, and took a liking to it. Okay, pushed into special forces, he executed raid after raid on enemy. Okay, so he's going to be from the Third Corporate War, which actually probably, if I remember correctly, took place just before 2013. And to make sure I actually have that correctly, I'm going to look that up. Third Corporate War.
Interesting.
Which means he'd have to be 16 when he went in. And then whatever year. So, Third Corporate War took place in the year 2016. Ooh, may not be able to be that because that was the one that was actually strictly online. Like on the internet. Second Corporate War.
Too bad he didn't make him into a net. Too bad he didn't make him into a Netrunner.
Yeah, I mean he could be a part fixer, part with Netrunner capabilities. Or we could do this one, Second Corporate War, which started in April 2008 and was concluded in August 2010. So if you went in at 16 in 2008, by 2020, so he'd be 16 then. So by 2020, he would be, what is that, 12 years older? So he would essentially be roughly 28 to 30 years old. So he'd be kind of like an aged fix. He'd be like an older fixer.
Okay, that'd be interesting. Kind of a veteran / old man.
Yeah. No. Witch King, I totally like that one. Yeah, so he'd be somewhat old. I mean, 28 to 30. He wouldn't be no older than 30, though.
He's an old man.
I hate you.
Hey,
I'm older than that, asshole.
Hey, don't forget, I am also 32.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm still older than that, so that's good.
33 in a couple weeks.
Yes. All right, everybody. I think we can go for a little bit longer, so I guess I've got some things. So we talked about Cyberpunk. We talked about a little bit of fixers. I didn't go much into it because I feel like I'm kind of getting a little strung out from, talking about that. So I think wait, I turned 28 last month. Oh, no. Yeah, you're an old man too, asshole. Anyway, I'm going to call all my friends are assholes. You all got one name, and that's all it is. Okay. So. We've been kind of rolling for a little over 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's see here. And Cyberpunk 2077 is kick-ass. They did good when they made that. It's just shitty that it has all the bugs that it does, and they're still fixing bugs today. That is sad. But you know what? It took a lot to make that game, so and they did put a lot into it. If you actually notice how much they put into it, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty buggy when they first released it, and then unfortunately, not that many.
Actually, the hair looks a lot better. When they first released it, the hair was blocky as shit. Like, you could tell it was made out of blocks. And I think it's going to crash on me. I did load up Cyberpunk 2077 to see if it was working. Because if so, I was going to say, oh, screw the stream. You guys are done. I'm out. I sent the error report. It's what it did yesterday. Like, it was crashing all day on me. And then, like, a certain time it actually loaded. So, I'm not sure. Like, I didn't do anything to make it load. It literally just loaded on its own. And I was like, oh, well, then I guess I'm going to play. I already played, like, damn near 5 hours. Good grief. Alrighty. And then I did. Oh, by the way, I did get your special gift today, Chris. God, what was it? Until Dawn. But I can't download it before October 4th.
Yep, that's when That's when it's released.
Is it like a game or it's a rebuild enhanced for the PC? Nice.
Yes, it is exactly what the Quarry was based on. It's a spiritual. The Quarry was a spiritual successor to Until Dawn.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Well, I feel like we're kind of going around in circles around here, and I do need to fix my OBS and fix everything else. So it does look like I've got some bugs to work out on my end. Chris, is there anything... since I got you right here, Chris, what is your hopes and dreams moving forward with everything that we are doing?
That we entertain people, that we have some fun, and that...
Well, that's clearly evident. We're playing tabletop games. Well, what's not fun about that?
And
we roll dice and we laugh our asses off.
Yes, and also that we get your channel to expand. You definitely deserve it to provide an alternative to the insanity that is out there in the world.
Do we call that insanity Disney? Because yeah,
Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount.
Don't get me started with any of them.
So yeah, Until Dawn has Hayden Panettiere as the central character.
All right, everybody. So
save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah, there we go. All right, everybody. So you do have my link in the main chat here to my X to vote, as well as my. You can go to my YouTube channel and vote to see which game you want to see. Now, if you want a game and you don't vote, you can't bitch because you didn't vote. You voice your opinion. Which game should I get? And so far, in the lead is Mike Zeta. So we get to, which, come to think of it, Mike Pondsmith is kind of like all over my voting thing. Fatal stream. What? Fatal stream win. Fatal? Fat all? I don't know.
I have no clue.
I'm actually looking it up. Oh man. It's a legendary RPG. Yeah, I actually looked it up. I didn't even know about that. Fantasy adventure to adult lechery. Oh my god! That's literally what it is. Okay, I have to check that out. Let's see here. Wow. Ironcaster, we need to talk. I'm gonna send this to Chris.
Oh no.
We can't show it.
Oh boy.
Anyone worth their salt knows about Fatal. Yeah. Yeah. There you go, Chris. Check that out.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Just the cover is enough to make me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're scoring already. Yeah, there we go. Question it, Chris. Question it all. You know, I smell pizza rolls. I want some pizza rolls now. I'm gonna see if I can get Mrs. Tabletop to send me some pizza rolls. I'm gonna text her, even though she's just in the other room.
Oh, there's also a theme song.
And Ironcaster's here. Look, wait, there's a theme song?
Yes.
Hello.
How did I miss that?
Ironcaster.
Oh, there is. It even says it right there. Fatal theme song. Composed by Ryan Keane and Byron Hall.
Sounds like it's death metal.
It's your new favorite RPG.
Sadly, this might somehow be true. And it uses 10-sided dice.
You should look up the character sheet.
I think I might.
It's 37 pages.
Oh my god, how did this ever make it? Oh, here we go. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Let's see, images. Here we go. We're just gonna look it up right here. All right. Boy, doesn't this look weird.
Boy, do I sure know how to derail a stream or what.
Yeah. Because everyone's like, dude, show what's gonna happen. And I'm like, I can't. This is asking for a cancellation of. You know what?
Definitely one that you cannot perform on stream.
No. Twitch might be okay with it, but YouTube's not.
So how you doing, boys?
Our jaws are open, and we are questioning Witch King. We really gotta talk sometime. Or not Witch King, Ironcast. I mean, I don't even know who you are anymore. Wow, I gotta leave. Anyway.
You have derailed and befuddled his brain.
Yes, he has.
So I from what I remember hearing, like, supposedly, as the legends say, trigonometry is required for character creation.
Oh, God.
What the hell? It is not. Who says that? They are wrong, and I can prove it. Wait. I took trigonometry. No, oh, boy. Did I? I might have, because I had to take a lot of college courses. We ain't going to talk about this. Anyway, oh, wow. You know, Ironcaster, it's good that you popped in. What are you hoping to see on my channel going into the end of the year? Do you have any desires, any greed?
Well, I think it'd be worth kind of checking out a couple of the smaller RPGs. Maybe pick one or two to kind of focus on and make that a highlight of the channel.
Fair enough.
And just kind of, I would suggest, and I would suggest, as someone who does want to see you grow, kind of read the tea leaves and see what people are talking about, and kind of chase trends a little bit. One of the RPGs I have noticed a couple more people starting to talk about as of late is Fabula Ultima.
There is that, yes.
And it might be worth checking that out, because not only could you stop and look over do a little review of the main books. You could even look at some of like the third party content. Where is the passion for the game, and what are people being driven to make?
Very true. Very true. I will definitely take that advice. Okay, well, we've been going on for damn near an hour and a half. I don't think I have anything else. You derailed the stream. Congratulations, Ironcaster. You win, but you don't win anything.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give you some experience points in castles once we return to that. Anyway, Ironcast, everybody, give him a hand of applause. All right. So anyway, going forward from there, Chris, you got any final words?
You all have a good night now.
I'm gonna go make me some pizza rolls because I am hungry. All right. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and thank you guys so much for coming in and visiting and hanging. And Ironcaster, thank you for hanging too. Witch King, Mrs. Tabletop, Justin. We did not see Jack today. Tails, thank you as well. Thank you, everybody. You guys are all wonderful. And you guys have a good night. And work hard, play hard, game on, you hot, beautiful people. Have a good day.